So good morning and happy Saturday. I am down here just to test the legs at Royal Tunbridge Wells parkrun this morning. First run since Chicago, and just going to see how they feel. So, just coming to the end of the first lap of parkrun. I've sort of pushed it a bit to see what the legs feel like. Actually, they're feeling pretty good. So I actually might just back off a little bit on this second run and save my legs for cross country later on. Morning! Morning all! Morning!
And I'm ready. This time I'm going all in.
4k down, 1 to go. Yeah, it's a little bit quick, but hey ho, enjoying it. Cheers, guys. Here is our intrepid photographer. You too.
Ready for the good times to begin. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm all fired up and I ain't gonna stop. I won't fight it.
Thank you. So there we go, that is parkrun done. I'm just on the way back home now. I think I ran 21:10, which was way quicker than I had anticipated running today. But I planned on just testing the legs to see how they felt, kind of running sort of quickish. Because there's cross-country race this afternoon at Somerhill, which is actually pretty near here. And I was undecided as to whether I was going to do it. I was going to see how the legs felt. I'm still undecided actually. Even though the legs feel okay, I just wonder whether doing that might be pushing it slightly. That being said, it will be nice to see sort of my Harrier Club friends who I haven't seen for a little while. Although I have just had a good natter with a few of them at the after parkrun, which is good, giving them the lowdown on what happened at Chicago. But yeah, as I said, feeling pretty good this morning, which is excellent. So 6 days after a marathon, I think this is the best my legs have ever felt. Hopefully that's not jinxing anything, but yeah, on the way home. Hello, so this could be a terrible idea, but I have decided to do cross country this afternoon. So it's Saturday, the Saturday after Chicago Marathon, so 6 days later. I did parkrun this morning, basically just to see how my legs were feeling, and they were all right. Like, I ran a quicker parkrun than I probably should have done, say that I'm also racing this afternoon. But yeah, I felt fine. I'm a bit weary, actually. I didn't sleep brilliantly last night, but I'm gonna do it. It'll be nice to see people. I'm not coming here with any expectations. It'll just be nice to see people. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to film on the way round, so I'll probably just get some footage of the race before, and then I might get some footage at the end, but I don't think I'll be filming myself on the course today. I mean, they don't even allow headphones, so I can't imagine they're going to allow GoPros. But yeah, let's see. It's a tricky course. There's one absolutely like massive hill, which you basically have to almost scramble up. It's that steep, and I think we do that twice, maybe 3 times. I've done this course once before. Yeah, it's a bit of a bugger. It's going to be very, very different to 6 days ago. I think there's probably more elevation in the first lap of this thing than there is in the entirety of 26 miles at Chicago. But let's see what happens. So yeah, I will report back later. Hello mate, look at this. So I'm just walking part of the course because I want to go and have a look at how dry the big sort of hills are, because the rest of the course looks really dry. I don't know if you can see, but for cross country, I mean, it's, you know, it's good firm underfoot, but there are a couple of, as I said, big old hills. Just want to see what it's like so I can decide what shoes to wear, because grip wise I think spikes are out. I think it's too hard for spikes, but I have brought my road shoes and I've also got some sort of light trail shoes, so I will decide between those once I've seen what the hills are like. Great running, Hannah, well done. Well done, Sarah. Good running, well done. Oh yeah. Well done, Ali, well done. Done. So that is Somerhill cross country course done. I think I ran about 33:50-ish. So it's a 5 mile course, 8k, and I ran it over a minute quicker I think than I did it 2 years ago. I didn't do it last year, but I found that tough today. I've obviously not done loads of hill training as part of my marathon block, and there are, as I said at the beginning, there is some really epic hills in there. I went off, this seems to be a bit of a theme, but I went off a bit too quick. And I mean, I think I'd probably underestimated, I'd forgotten how hilly it was actually. So I think maybe when I say it went off too quick, I'd just sort of, I'd forgotten the course profile and quite how hilly it was. But yeah, and then I got a stitch after like 2 miles, which was really weird. I've never get stitch. So I got that, so I backed off. But yeah, fine. Like I did it a minute quicker than a couple of years ago. I ran parkrun in 21:02 this morning. So again, I did that. I probably, put some mileage in my legs this morning. And, but yeah, really nice day. Like, loads of Harriers there, which was great. Really good turnout. Nice to get out and sort of, do a bit more cross-country racing. And we are now off to the pub for a quick drink, and then I'm going home and we're off out for dinner tonight. So lovely. Right, see you in a bit. One of the things that I forgot to mention in my post-race review was the fact that I would run a 26.2 mile flat marathon 99% of the time over having to do a hilly cross country like that. Give me a road marathon any day of the week than do a short 5 mile cross country, because it is so much more painful cross country. So much more painful. So good morning, I'm here at Bedgebury Pineaton Parkrun this morning. I haven't done this one for a long time actually. So it is a nice wooded parkrun. It's all on trail. There's a big old hill for the first kilometre, but then it flattens out, and then there's a a little hill at the end as well. So it's not necessarily a fast course, but yeah, it's a beautiful course, and there's usually a couple of hundred people do it. It's a nice morning, a little bit chilly. Temperatures seem to have dropped now. I think it's around sort of 9-10 degrees. And I've actually got my sister and my brother-in-law and my niece down this weekend, so they're off going to see, doing a stickman trail, for any of you that know what that is, and then we're going to go for a nice coffee afterwards. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I have actually been struggling with a little bit of a shoulder injury. I went to a physio earlier in the week who thinks I've got an impinged tendon, so yeah, very sort of sore overnight, but I've just been told that icing it, ibuprofen gel, should fix it. It doesn't hurt running, so it's not the it's not the arm drive motion that's sore. It sort of tends to be when I do it that way. So it should be okay for running. But with hills today, well, let's see how it goes. Go on, Ian. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. So that is parkrun at Bedgebury Pine Eaton done. So my plan was to try and take it reasonably steady today, but I basically got to the top of the first hill and decided not to take it steady and kicked on. So I ended up running, I think, around about 20:37, 20:38, which I think is a PB on this course, because it is quite hilly. Like, it's still not a brilliant time, but yeah, so there we go. I actually kicked on more than I would have liked, and then had a lovely coffee and a little catch up with my sister, my brother-in-law and my niece afterwards in the cafe. Sun shining, little bit chilly like I said earlier, but all in all a good morning. Now off home to have a bit of breakfast, and then we are going to head out this afternoon to a farm to take my niece, because she's only 3, to go and see some animals, which will be very pleasant. So yeah, there we go. That's today done. I'm going to try and get out for a slightly longer run tomorrow. So I've had a couple of very easy weeks since the marathon, other than the cross-country race last Saturday, so I've not really run much this week, but I don't want to kind of lose all the fitness that I've sort of created for in that marathon block, so I would like to maintain it. So I am going to try and sort of pick things up again a bit this week, sort of try and keep my base mileage around sort of 25 to 30 miles. What's that, around, I guess around 40k, something like that. And again, just mixing it up with a bit of speed, a bit of longer stuff, just to keep the legs ticking over and keep that base fitness where I need it to be for the next marathon block, which will be coming up fairly shortly. Right, I will leave it there, but I will see you all soon. Where are we?
The farm.
We're at the farm. Go on.
We get to see the piggies.
Hey, Mr. Meerkat. Good morning and happy Sunday. So I'm currently down at the start of the Forest Way, which I did a couple of my long training runs on for Chicago, and this morning we've got our Tunbridge Wells Harriers club anniversary run. So it is the it's the annual anniversary of the first sort of Tunbridge Wells Harriers their first run, I guess. Yeah, and they do this every year in sort of this weekend in October. There's 2 routes. There's a 5 mile and a 10 mile. Starts at 9:30. It's about 9:10 now, so I've just parked up, and I'm going to do the 10 mile route this morning. Obviously, I did parkrun yesterday, sort of a reasonably decent effort, but legs feel okay. And then we spent the afternoon with my sister and my niece and my brother-in-law. Went to a farm, and then we went out for some dinner last night. So yeah, it's been a nice Saturday, busy. But yeah, 10 miles this morning. I'm going to take it fairly steady. I think I've got nothing to prove this morning. So it'll be nice to go and catch up with the gang. There's usually a good turnout. There's usually sort of 40-50 people, and it's a beautiful like autumnal morning. Like not a cloud in the sky, but sun is beating down. Bit of a chill. I am going to go t-shirt, but yeah, we should be okay. So yeah, should be a nice morning.
Yeah, get in the head a bit more.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So there we go. That is the Tunbridge Wells Harriers anniversary run done. I cocked things up slightly at the start because I came to the wrong start point. But fortunately, I bumped into Ali, who I know, who knew where we were going, so we managed to run down and get there just in time, which was my first mistake. So it was about a mile away down the Forest Row. So I ended up doing 2 miles additional to the 10 miles, so I did 12 miles this morning. Legs started to feel a little bit fatigued at the end, actually, given that, 12 miles should really still be a bit of a walk in the park at the moment. But anyway, so I did 12 miles this morning, nice and easy, nice and chatty. Had a good catch up with a few of the Harriers, Rose, Ali, Dan. And yeah, it's now just about 11:15, so 11:15. I'm going to go home now, have a shower, and then just have a fairly chilled rest of the day. Cook a roast later on, and that is the week done. I was to have a good chat to Ali actually about kind of training motivation and us, because she is she should have qualified for Good for Age for London in April, and obviously I've got my next marathon in April as well, so we were talking about trying to keep ourselves motivated and doing some longer runs even in kind of like the off season, which is good. So yeah, there we go. A really nice morning out. Weather was great, and yeah, nice to get some sort of decent mileage in the legs post Chicago. Right, off we go.